Hello girls and boys, I hope you are okay and you have had a good day. Well, yesterday it was ever so windy and today it's been windy again. It was so windy earlier that I thought Gerald was going to get blown around the garden, but luckily he didn't and he's okay. He's quite liked being outside today. I wonder what you've done. I've seen some of your lovely plants and flowers that you've been growing. I've seen these on the pictures that you've been sending onto the Facebook page. I showed some pictures of my strawberry plants and of my tomato plants. I haven't yet got any strawberries or tomatoes from those plants, but I'm hoping that I will do soon. Anyway, it's time for our bedtime story. And it's going to be another one today from this book. You probably remember there are so many pages in this one. And I've chosen one from near the back tonight. And the story tonight is called My Naughty Little Sister and the Solid Silver Watch. I hope you enjoy it. I'm sure you will. Are you comfortable? Are you sitting down? Well done. So if your listening ears are on and your eyes are ready to watch, I'll be able to show you the pictures when we come to them. There aren't many in this book, but when I come to a picture, I'll show you the picture for you to see. So let's begin. My Naughty Little Sister and the Solid Silver Watch. A long time ago, when I was a little girl and my naughty little sister was very small, we had a dear old grandmother. We also had a dear old grandfather. Our dear old grandfather lived very near to us, and sometimes he came to our house, and sometimes we went to visit him. When our grandfather came to our house, he wore very beautiful black clothes and a very smart black hat. And my little sister would say, "Smart, Grandad," because he looked so nice. Our grandfather told my little sister that these smart clothes were his Sunday blacks. He said he wore his Sunday blacks when he went to church and when he went visiting, because they were his best clothes. When our grandfather came to our house in his smart Sunday blacks, he always sat down very carefully. He would put a big white handkerchief on his knees and then lift up my little sister and sit her on the big white handkerchief. But my little sister had to hold her legs out very carefully so she wouldn't brush her dusty shoes on grandfather's best Sunday black trousers. But when we went to see our grandfather in his house, he didn't wear his Sunday blacks at all. He wore nice brown velvety trousers with straps under his knees and a soft furry waistcoat. He had a lovely red and white handkerchief too, but he didn't put that on his knees for my little sister to sit on. Oh no. Grandfather didn't mind my little sister's dirty shoes when he was wearing his velvety trousers. He would let her climb onto his lap all on her own, and he didn't mind how dirty her shoes were. When my little sister sat on our grandfather's lap, she always rubbed her face against his waistcoat. If she rubbed her face against his Sunday black waistcoat, she rubbed it very carefully. But when we were at grandfather's house, she rubbed very hard against his soft furry waistcoat. One day, when we were at our grandfather's house and my naughty little sister was sitting on grandfather's lap, she said a funny thing. She said, "Grandad, I like your fur waistcoat better than your smart Sunday black ones. It smells tobacco-y. Your Sunday one smells mothball-y." "I like tobacco-y better than mothball-y, I think." Our grandfather laughed a lot and said he liked tobacco better than mothball too. Then my little sister said, "Your Sunday waistcoat and your furry waistcoat both talk. Nick-knock, nick-knock. Why do they talk? Nick-knock, Grandad." Our grandfather did not know what she meant about nick-knock, so he looked at my little sister very hard. Then he smiled and said, "Of course, Ducky, you mean my watch." And our grandfather showed my little sister a thin leather strap that was on his waistcoat button, and he said, "Pull the strap and you'll see who it is that says nick-knock. It isn't my waistcoat that says it at all." Can you guess what it was? Oh, let's see if you're right. So my funny little sister pulled the thin leather strap. She pulled very slowly and very carefully because she was a bit frightened. But when she had pulled enough, out came a round silver box thing with a round silver lid on it. Our grandfather opened the round silver lid, and there was a face, just like the face on all the clocks everywhere. "That's my watch," said Grandfather. "That is my solid silver watch. My old father had it once, and one day your father will have it." "It's a very nice watch," our grandfather said. "It is solid silver." My little sister held the solid silver watch very carefully and looked at its round white face and the black clock hands and the little round silver lid. Then my little sister put the solid watch against her ear and listened to it saying nick-knock, nick-knock, nick-knock over and over again. My little sister liked the watch so much that she held it all the time. Very carefully, like a good child, my little sister held the solid watch. When it was time to go, our mother said, "You must give the watch back to Grandad now, so he can put it in his pocket again." There you can see her looking at his watch and sitting on his lap. Well, my naughty little sister began to look cross when she had to give it back, because she did like the silver watch so much. But our grandfather said, "I will let you put him back to bed for me, and then he'll be quite safe until you see me again." So then my little sister stopped being a cross girl and put the solid silver watch back into our grandfather's pocket herself. She said, I don't think I should like to go to bed in your pocket." But the silver watch does. He still says, nick-knock, nick-knock, doesn't he? And my naughty little sister always asked to see the solid silver watch when she was with our grandfather. And he always let her hold it and listen to it, saying, nick-knock, nick-knock. And do you know, one evening when our father and mother had to go out, my dear old grandfather came to look after us. And because my sister was a good girl and went to bed so quietly, and she said her prayers so nicely, our grandfather put his solid watch under her pillow so that she could hear it saying nick-knock, nick-knock until she fell asleep. And there she is. Well, I hope you enjoyed that story. I did enjoy reading it to you. I hope that you loved it as much as I did. Well, sometimes it is really lovely to hear a sound like a clock going tick-tock, tick-tock. It's quite comforting. I wonder if you have a clock or a watch in your bedroom that you can hear saying knick knock, or tick tock, tick tock. Have a little listen when you're in your bedroom and see if you can hear your clock ticking. And if there isn't one in your room, maybe you can hear one somewhere else in the house, either tonight or maybe tomorrow. Well, it's time for bed. I hope you've had a wonderful day. I'm sure you're ready for bed, but let's just check. Have you done those 3 things? Have you cleaned your teeth? Oh, well done. Have you been to the toilet for one last time? Well done. And are you ready for bed in whatever you wear? Super duper. And if you haven't done those 3 things yet, don't worry, you can go and do them when we've said goodbye. So, from my house to your house, it's time to say goodnight. Have a wonderful sleep. Sleep well, dream big dreams, and we'll be back tomorrow with another story for you to listen to. Good night, everybody. Sleep well. Bye bye.